What's the biggest lie you've ever told successfully? I lost my leg in a motorcycle accident at 19, just me being stupid on a rainy night. But explaining that story got exhausting, especially the pity looks and awkward silences that followed. People would ask what happened, I tell them. And then came the uncomfortable pause where they tried to figure out what to say to someone who ruined their own life through stupidity. So when I moved to a new town for college, I started telling people I lost it serving in the military overseas. Just seemed easier than reliving my embarrassing mistake over and over. The first person I told was my dorm neighbor Marcus, who immediately shook my hand and said, "Thank you for your sacrifice." The respect in his voice was something I'd never heard before. The lie snowballed fast. Free meals at restaurants, front row parking spots, strangers thanking me for my service. I felt guilty but couldn't stop. The respect was addictive compared to being that kid who crashed his bike. Every interaction reinforced the lie. The campus coffee shop started a veterans drink-free policy after meeting me. My professors gave me extensions without question. Even my prosthetic fittings became easier when the technician thought he was helping a wounded warrior instead of an accident victim. I memorized military terms from YouTube, bought surplus gear at thrift stores, even got a buzz cut. The local VFW invited me to speak at Memorial Day events. I declined, saying I wasn't ready to talk about it yet. They respected my trauma, calling me humble and selfless. The guilt ate at me, but the benefits were undeniable. My academic advisor fast-tracked my applications for veteran scholarships I had no right to. I received thousands in aid meant for real heroes. Each check felt like stealing, but I deposited them anyway. Dating became a whole different game. Before the lie, girls saw my prosthetic and either pitied me or found it awkward. Now they saw courage, sacrifice, someone who'd fought for their freedom. Emma, a psychology major, told her friends she was dating a war hero. I was the town's quiet hero. The bakery owner saved me fresh pastries every Tuesday, refusing payment. My landlord never raised my rent, saying it was the least he could do. The local newspaper wanted to feature me for Veterans Day, but I always declined interviews, claiming the memories were too painful. I started believing my own lie sometimes. When people thanked me, I'd nod solemnly like I'd earned it. I wore dog tags I bought online, memorized deployment schedules from military forums, even developed a slight limp on bad weather days for authenticity. The character became so real that lying felt like truth. My family back home knew the real story, but I rarely visited. When I did, I made them promise not to mention the accident around my college friends. They thought I was ashamed of my mistake, which wasn't entirely wrong. They had no idea I was living a completely different identity. The veteran community embraced me without question. Old-timers at the VFW would pat my shoulder and share their own stories, trusting me with their deep